So, I have a preamble topic, technically.
I feel like it's the kind of a certainty, either you do or you don't.
No, well, I technically have it, but ChatGPT has actually written our preamble topic for us.
I don't know who that is.
It's me, Hans.
It was me, Austin.
Yeah. ChatGPT is it's an AI taking the internet by storm, Hans. Not in the Skynet kind of way. So, I have asked ChatGPT. So, Hans, you have experience with ChatGPT. I sent you a recipe from it.
Oh, is that what? Right, okay.
Yeah, so Hans obviously
It has
has this.
gack taste and liqueurs.
Hans has this fucking lifelong goal of having his own cocktail. And I asked ChatGPT, what was the exact prompt? Create me a cocktail recipe based on the name Big Fudge. And ChatGPT's response was, sure, here's a recipe for a delicious and indulgent cocktail called Big Fudge. Ingredients: 1.5 ounces of dark rum,
Bullshit.
an ounce of chocolate liqueur, half an ounce of hazelnut liqueur, an ounce of heavy cream, half an ounce of simple syrup, chocolate syrup, whipped cream, and chocolate shavings for garnish.
I feel like the simple syrup is overkill as well. Like, you should have the cream and you have like the chocolate syrup and stuff.
Have you
But
made it
then
yet,
I-
Hans?
But
I mean,
no, so I sent this to Hans, and Hans was like, "Bleh, dark rum. I don't like trying new things." So I replied to ChatGPT, "I don't like dark rum. Can you recommend something else?" ChatGPT responded, "Of course. If you're not a fan of dark rum, you could try substituting it with spiced rum or bourbon. Both of these spirits have a similar depth and complexity that can help to balance out the sweetness of the other ingredients in the cocktail. With spiced rum or bourbon, this cocktail will have a slightly different flavor profile, but it will still be rich, indulgent, and perfect for a special occasion or dessert drink."
with the key ingredient being different, it will taste different. Wow, we are so screwed during this battle with the AI, guys.
So I will say, I have done... I hope no one I work with listens to this. I did my self-evaluation with ChatGPT this year. I just asked ChatGPT to write me a self-evaluation.
I love how it said yes to that, but not write an episode of Naruto for me.
So that was all fine. I've done other things for ChatGPT. I've actually gotten it to write Chloe's job leaving notice, and it did multiple revisions because we felt like the first one was too happy sounding. So we were like, "I didn't like this job. Could you write it in a different tone?"
We have some like I was told somebody like we got some like drama of my flat at the moment, and we wanted to like phrase an email to like the new tenant and like the agency, and my flatmate, he says to me what he does, and I believe he makes far more than I do, right? But what he does is like whenever he needs to like, because English isn't his first language, like he says that he actually uses like a chat GPT thing to like sort of like just write stuff better.
Yeah.
And so it outputted this thing, and then I looked at it and I was like, I'm changing this whole top half. Like, this is not good English. This is not how people speak at all. The bottom part was okay though, I will say. But yeah, it's
What was it like? Glorious day, fellow human. I am also a human.
Well, for example, for the leaving notice, it didn't. It always just says like "Dear Manager's name," and it says you're gonna have to fill in your own blanks. So I am writing to inform you that I'm resigning from my position as your job title at company name, effective date of resignation. Please consider this letter as my formal notice of resignation. While I appreciate the professional experiences and opportunities afforded to me while working at company name, I have decided to resign due to personal reasons. I will work to ensure a smooth transition of my responsibilities, and I am willing to help with the handover process as much as possible. Please let me know if there are any additional steps I need to take before my last day. Sincerely, your name.
Right.
That's
So-
pretty good English.
Right,
That's
right.
pretty good.
So, yes, it is very impressive that
But also, yes, you could get that from probably
you can
anywhere
get
on
that
the
from
internet.
like Indeed. Like, you know, you can
But
just
it's so I will say, like, the fact that it gave me one, and I was like, no, that sounded too nice. Can you try again? And like it kept revising it in a way that made sense, like giving the prompts that I was giving it.
yeah, like I think it's cool, but like to me, like I just still can't see a world where AI overtakes a human creatively, I suppose is the best way to describe it.
Yeah. Oh no, 100%.
Like,
But I see the appeal of and I think this is actually because I think Microsoft have actually bought OpenGPT, who obviously have who have created ChatGPT. It is very good at like amalgamating searches. So like it'd be very easy for me to go through Google resignation letters and go through like 5 or 6 different results until I found what I wanted. But doing it in that kind of natural language way of almost I'm chatting to something is far more natural. And obviously kind of then can amalgamate a bunch of different results from its library of resources.
You know, Hans, this is just the next step of like, you know how we got all our fancy smartphones and shit, and I don't need to learn math. You know, I got a calculator in my pocket all the time, or like I've got spelling corrections just out my fingertips, and then like you know what happens? Those people are idiots, right? Like,
the biggest lies ever told in school were now you're not always gonna have a calculator in your pocket, and you're not always gonna have a dictionary in your pocket. Well,
That's
English
true.
teacher and math teacher, look who's laughing now.
But you know what? I'd rather talk to people who who learned things though. Like, yeah, it's with things like TikTok and shit. You know, our society's getting even dumber, right?
You want to talk about dumb, right? So
yeah, wait to hear this joke I've just generated about Hans.
you know what? Do that first, because mine is slightly off topic from AI. So you do that
Okay.
first, Alex.
Why did Hans bring a ladder to the party?
I don't know. Why did Hans bring a ladder to the party?
Because he heard the drinks were on the house.
Yeah, it's pretty good.